What makes the Philadelphia Big Five Hall of Fame extra special is that for so many years now, it has paid recognition to women's basketball. This is a Hall of Fame that represents the best in Big Five basketball, both for men and for women. Our three women's basketball player Hall of Fame inductees sat down with me to talk about the impact Title IX had on their lives and the lives of so many other girls and women. What did you get out of playing women's sports? What did it do for you beyond sports?
I think probably the biggest thing for my personal growth was like just the confidence it gave me. Being good at something makes you feel better about yourself, and I think being part of a team sport allows you to make friendships, and it's kind of like a domino effect. I feel like the confidence that I gained from being, an athlete and being good at something then trickled into the rest of my life, and I think that because I played sports, I'm a more confident person than I would have been otherwise, and I think there's like nothing better than that.
Well spoken, well put. We were talking a couple of minutes ago off camera about Title IX, but whether it's Title IX or just the growth of girls and women's sports, how important was that for America?
I mean, I think that America is the land of opportunity and freedom and equality. I think it just was a matter of catching up with things. I think that every opportunity afforded to boys and men should be afforded to women. That's just what our country was pretty much founded on. And basketball, in my case, opened up so many doors for me socially, professionally, personally, that it was just a wonderful experience. I wish I knew more about what it was like before, because by the time I played, it was caught up. But the stories that I hear, it really was like a struggle back in the day. So I think in order to fully appreciate, we need to understand the history too, and just the people that kind of pioneered this whole move, and basically what it's done for all sports. I mean, not just basketball, but across the board, and how it's really improved self-esteem and self-worth in young men, young women, and I think that there's so much to be said for that.
Absolutely. One of the things I love about sports, boys or girls, men or women, is that in the typical team setting, you root for one another playing the sport, but you also root for one another in life. It's that off the court rooting for one another that I think is so cool.
Definitely. Unless you've been in a family environment, a team sport, I don't think you truly understand what it's like, how you look out for each other, especially college basketball, women's basketball. You spend almost 24/7 with the same people, and it becomes pretty much your second family, and you would do anything for them. And I think it helps that we spend all this time together. You get to know each other off and on the court, and it definitely builds a bond that people that play an individual sport maybe don't understand.
As a woman having played basketball, how proud were you when every tournament game got on television, when you started seeing attendance at games, not necessarily the ones you played in, but you turn on television and you see a women's game with a lot of people? How proud did that make you feel?
It's amazing just to think that we took part in that before, and to see how the sport has grown, and the women before us who paved the way, and we owe them all this gratitude. And it's just amazing to see how the sport has grown. And every sport, you see everything now with women's, even in life, in jobs. Women's running CEOs and running big corporations. It's just amazing, and it's about time.
Absolutely. It's about time. Being on the playground, playing with boys and all, and then when you were by yourself just shooting. What do you remember about then and now in terms of what that was like, and then, wow, women's basketball is where it is now?
Right. Yeah, I remember it being me and maybe two other girls out there on the court as a kid growing up, always going against the guys. No other girls out there that wanted to even play. And to see it now, I get so excited when I see a girl at the playground shooting around, practicing, going to a camp, going to a clinic. It's just such an excitement to see how far it has grown from when I started, even when I was playing as a kid, because there wasn't I don't think any girls' league, CYO league was the only league that we had until I got to high school, and for the girls. And now they have every opportunity that they want, starting as young as 5, 6-year-olds. So it's great to see that now.
I really want to follow up on the confidence-building nature of sport. And there's a Shakespeare quote that I absolutely love that says, "Our doubts are traitors that make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing the attempt." Can't accomplish anything without trying to do it. How much did that help you as a young woman? You know, you made baskets, you shot baskets, you made 10 free throws in a row on the playground, and then you got a test to study for. How much did the confidence, as you talked about, carry over?
Yeah, it does. It carries over everywhere in life. And I mean, I try to instill it even now because I'm a school teacher, so in kids I teach, the biggest thing is you got to have that belief in yourself. You got to believe that when you go out on the court, you're going to make that shot. When you step up at the free throw line, you're going to make the foul shot. Or if you're going in for a job interview, you're going to get that job. If you can't believe in yourself and you don't have that confidence, you're already putting yourself down and looking at failure. So if you want to be successful, you have to have that confidence in yourself and know that you are good enough to be wherever it is that you want to be.
One last question for each of you. For you, how cool was it having rooted for Villanova and then played for Villanova?
It was a dream come true. That's the best way to describe it. I remember watching Villanova games as a kid, and the year that Kerry Kittles and they were awesome. They lost, I think, in the first round at Old Dominion. I cried. Like, I was like that much of a fan. Like, I was like devastated all week. And, you know, just like dreaming up like how it could play out. Like, it played out better. So, I mean, it just, my career has meant the world to me. Like, it really shaped like the kind of person that I've become. Like I said, the whole thing with the confidence has really like allowed me to succeed professionally and like in relationships, friendships, that kind of stuff. So,
all of you talked about this, but you said something about what a family has to do for a son or daughter playing sports, and the gratitude all of you have for your family, and you spoke about it eloquently, is really enormous, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be here without my parents. They gave me, like I said, every opportunity to succeed. You know, they tried to give me the best of everything, always pushing me to try different things and to do what I wanted to do, what was going to make me happy. And I think you need that. You need the support. And even my brother, just, you know, if you, for example, playing overseas, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for my mom, but if that's what you want to do, go do it. You know, you have to live your life. And always have them there, knowing no matter what happens, they have my back. And they'll be there to love me unconditional. It's just an amazing feeling.
Where were you in Italy?
I was everywhere, north,
Really?
south, a
So
lot
you
of
played
places.
the whole
It's been,
country.
yeah, it's been a long time.
I just love saying this, but in Italy, do they have great pasta fagioli?
I didn't find it.
See, that's what it's like.
It's different.
That's Italians in America. As a teacher, to wrap this up, what advice would you give one of your girl students about what we just talked about? Don't say I can't. Don't say it's impossible. How do you articulate that to a little girl?
It's just don't let anybody bring you down. If it's something that you want to do in your heart and you know you want to do it, you have to go for it. You know, have that belief in yourself and don't surround yourself around people who are trying to knock you down. If someone's trying to knock you down, you just need to find somebody else and keep yourself up and pick yourself up and stay with those kind of people. You know, the main thing is you need to know in your heart that that's what you want to do and just go after it. And it goes to show with me being here today that anything could happen, because from a kid I knew I always wanted to play college basketball. Yeah, and here I am today. And the funny thing with her is when I was a kid, my first school love was Villanova. That was the first school I fell in love with. I don't know why. Watched the men's teams on TV, watched the women's games, you know, and then I'm so glad I chose to stay in Philly decided to play at Temple. But just to follow that dream, if that's what you want, then you just need to go after it and have the confidence in yourself, knowing that you can do it and it'll happen.
You guys were all great. Congratulations,
Thank
one
you.
and all.
Thank you very much.
You guys are wonderful. Yeah.